Andy Baryer is joining us now, and we've been sitting here trying to figure out what these gadgets are, but we can't.
We're way off on this one here. We'll get to that.
So maybe you can explain here.
Well, I thought I'd bring, kids are sitting at home right now. They're probably getting bored, thinking about back to school. But I thought, why don't we bring some tech gadgets that are educational and entertaining at the same time?
Kids love that stuff. They eat that up.
So what's interesting about this is, if you remember in science class, energy can't be created or destroyed. It merely changes form. So we're talking earth, wind, earth, fire, and water here. No wind. Okay. I'll work on that one later.
3 key elements still.
So let's start with this one. Hands down, one of the best tech gadgets I've ever come across, like ever. This is called the Biolite. And what it is you can take this out camping. This is the Campstone version. And you put kindlings and stuff in here to create a fire.
Yeah.
What happens is the energy from that fire starts to get into a thermoelectric generator over here, which does 2 things. One, it starts to blow wind inside here to make the fire hotter. And the next is you can charge your smartphones, which you can see right over here.
Oh, perfect.
By using the fire as the energy that gets converted into electricity to charge your phone. So you can cook on this. You can
roast wieners over the top of the flame and charge your phone at the same time?
Exactly. So if you're
taking
ingenious, really.
That
it is. And so
advancement.
they're using this in developing countries right now on a larger scale for places where there's not much electricity. So they can cook with it, but then they can also charge their mobile devices and other electronic devices where they don't have electricity. So it's one of those fantastic developments in technology that's at a consumer level as well for people if you're going camping.
And the in-home cooking, we saw some shots there. That's very dangerous. That leads to a lot of deaths, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with here, you're getting a lot. You're really getting a lot from the heat that you're generating to cook.
Right.
You're also getting electricity that you could use to power your devices. Because in a lot of developing countries, mobile phones are all they use. They don't have landlines. Yeah. So it's very, very important. And it's great for taking out camping with the kids because you can teach them about science at the same time.
Forget about camping. You can use it just about anywhere you're outside.
Pretty much. The second thing, let's talk to this. This is called the MudWatt. And what you do is you put mud inside here, and there's a thing called an anode and a cathode on top of here. And what happens is inside the mud is bacteria and microorganisms. They start to interact with this, and it generates electricity, which then you can light an LED light. It's small electricity, but the fact that you can harness it from mud is pretty amazing. So you can see over here how it works. It's basically the microorganisms are touching the anode on the bottom, creating protons and electrons, which then shoot up to the top and creates some energy.
It's remarkable.
It's a great. Would you ever think that you could get energy out of mud?
I didn't.
Kids are going to love this.
So this is
you did guess it. Yeah.
So this is for experimentation for kids, just to sort of learn about this.
It's for those curious kids who are trying to tinker and they like technology and they're really interested in how electricity is created.
How much power does that thing actually generate?
Not very much. You can probably get an LED, small one. Yeah. And quickly, last we have here, this is called the Bedol water clock. Believe it or not, this entire clock is powered by water. That's it. It's using the ions in the water to actually power the clock. Now, water clocks have been around for years. They were used way back in antiquity. They used to have a small vase that would drip water into a pot that would tell you how you measure time. Well, they took this and flipped it over its head by actually using the water to charge the clock or power the clock. And you get up to 6 months of power with 1 glass of water.
And the design is certainly interesting too. It looks very futuristic.
It's very
futuristic. Like it's from the Matrix.
And it's also an alarm clock as well.
Which sprays you with water when you wake up?
It doesn't spray you.
Because that would be very effective.
That would be actually a great idea. We should talk.
No snooze buttons when it comes to that.
All right, Andy, thanks very much for sharing those with us. And of course, you can check out the Get Connected Media website for more.